Item number 9 is public comment for items not on the agenda. It is the Council's policy to refer matters raised in this forum to staff for investigation and interaction where appropriate. The Brown Act prohibits the Council from discussing or acting upon any matter not agendized pursuant to state law. Would anyone like to address the Council under public comment?
My name is Alan Lubke, and I live on Fleetwood Drive. I was going to reserve my comments for the discussion of the matter of the reduction of the police budget, but since I can deliver my comments at this time and then go home and rest, I'll do it now. Honorable Mayor, Council members, my fellow citizens of San Bruno. My name is Alan Lubke. I live with my wife Ursula on Fleetwood Drive. The solution to the budget problem regarding the police department is to immediately apply the Lubke rule of ineptness to the police department. Again, apply the Lubke rule of ineptness to the police department. Recently, traffic mitigation fixes were done to Fleetwood Drive to attempt to slow the traffic to the posted speed limit of 25 miles per hour. Firstly, 25-mile-per-hour speed limit signs were posted at critical positions, particularly just before the steep hill where there had been a death due to the drop-off and the telephone pole that happened to be in the way of the motorcyclist who was attempting to avoid the sudden appearance of a car backing from a driveway. Secondly, 25-mile-per-hour speed limit paint signs were stenciled to the middle of each lane of traffic at critical positions. Thirdly, lines on each side of the street were painted to designate the parking boundaries for parked vehicles. These lines, as you can see in this virtual slide, are continuous along the length of Fleetwood Drive. None of these improvements have seemed to reduce the speed of traffic. More cars seem to go faster now than they did before. And of course, darkness was not taken into consideration for any of the applied methods. The painting of the continuous borders on either side of the street took more than 3 weeks to accomplish. The contractor blocked off areas as much as possible so that their automated equipment could be used to paint the stripes. Remember, these are continuous stripes. When there were still cars parked on the street, the contractor coned off as much of the area as possible, and bit by bit, the residents got the hint that they were keeping the painting from being done and parked their cars elsewhere. Manual striping ensued, car length by car length. Now, when the painting began, some concerned citizens, like myself, immediately parked their cars either in their driveway or on a nearby street that wasn't obviously part of Fleetwood Drive. Now the police department took advantage of this parking on nearby streets to issue tickets to some of those citizens, like myself, for parking more than 72 hours while not in front of their residence. This, my honorable mayor, members of the city council, and my fellow citizens, is a definition of ineptness. Ineptness, to put it mildly, on the part of the police department. Now to apply the Lubke rule of ineptness to remind the department how some of its members have reflected badly on all of the department, and to solve the police department budget problem, the following is recommended. Place each department member's name in a hat and draw the names out one by one. Each 10th name then is given the opportunity to be relieved from duty or to retire. This is the same rule that the Roman army applied to instill discipline within their ranks, and the rule that National Football League applies to its teams by penalizing the entire team for violation of the rules by one individual. In summary, application of the Lubke rule of ineptness at this time will solve two problems. One being the instilling of discipline in the police department, and two, reducing the department budget in a non-discriminatory, albeit very painful manner. This concludes my presentation. Are there any comments, questions, or accolades?
This is public comment. We're not allowed to comment. Thank you very much.